All right, guys, today we got another drink review. This one I saw a little while ago, and I was like, this just looks like alcohol. And it was in the normal drink aisle right next to the Coke and Pepsi and everything, and I was like, I'll show you guys. It's called Sprecher, or Sprecher. It just looks like a beer can. And so I was like, what is this doing next to the Pepsi and the Coke and the Henry Weinhard's and the Fanta? You know, it's just with the normal soda. And so I was like, what is this? This is just beer. And I looked, and it's root beer. And they had other flavors of it too, like other colors, but the can is like, looks so sick. Like, bro, I just feel cool holding this. Like, not because it looks like beer, but it's just a cool design. You know, it's like medieval. You know, like this Skyrim looking can. And then also paired with this, we got the meal combo. This was like $7. Look at how skinny this is. $7? This is like 2 bites. But yeah, we got some fresh fruit, because it just looked fire. You know, it sounded amazing. I've been seeing a bunch of stuff online. This is totally unrelated. I've been seeing a bunch of stuff online, like people saying fruit is bad. All these people on the carnivore diet, they're like, fruit? Nah, you ruined your life by eating fruit. And vegetables, they're like, yeah, vegetables are horrible for you. They're like, nuts? You cannot be eating nuts. I swear people are just rage baiting with diet now. Like, you're genuinely rage baiting. If you want to say fruit and vegetable, hold on, this is kind of satisfying. That was some autism at work there. But yeah, bro, if you want to say fruit and vegetables is bad for you, like, get a job or something, bro. You got better things to be worrying about. Why are you telling people vegetables are bad for them? Don't you have better things to do with your time? Oh my gosh, bro. Well, that grape was perfect, bro. That was an amazing grape. Anyway, to the drink review. So yeah, we got Sprecher. It's probably Sprecher. Sprecher. It looks German. I would imagine this is German. Does it say on here? The New York Times award-winning root beer. I've never heard of it. And at the bottom, it says, I mean, this is backwards for you guys, but it says made with honey. Made with honey, natural antioxidant. That's pretty sweet. I actually had honey this morning because my throat was hurting. Fire brewed crafted soda. I don't know what fire brewed means. Who knows? But I guess they brewed it with fire. I got this one because it had the least grams of sugar, but it's still 51 grams. 102% of your daily diet. Bro, what? 102% in one drink? Absolutely crazy. To be fair, this is a 16-ounce can. So we can't, normally it's like 47, and it's like, oh, crazy, 47, like in a Mountain Dew, but that's in a 12-ounce. So if we're comparing this 51 and a 16-ounce, that's pretty good. That's actually not that bad. Strawberry slaps too. Anyway, let's crack this open, and we'll give a nice little review on a soda tier. A little bit of backsplash there. All right, first sip, guys. Let's see how it tastes. That's very interesting. It is very interesting, guys. So straight up, right off the bat, it's so smooth. Like, it said on the back of the can, hold on. It's like this whole paragraph. I'm not going to read it to you. But the New York Times award-winning root beer has the rich, creamy flavor that only comes from using natural Wisconsin honey, direct from the combs. Honey, vanilla, and aromatic botanicals in our handmade gas-fired brew kettle. Then lets it age long enough to achieve peak flavor. That's crazy. So they fully treat this like it's just beer. Like they're fully brewing this. But it's good. It's very good. Like, I've always been a root beer lover. Whenever, like, since I was a little child. Since I was a wee tot. Since I was really little, I always got root beer. No matter where we were going, any restaurant, any fast food place, we were getting root beer every time, right? I was getting, Mug, A&W, Barks. And if, just to put it out there, Barks is spicy, and I think it's the best. I'm not gonna lie. Barks, I think, is the best. A&W second. Mug, it's kind of mid. It's okay though. A&W, I only appreciate because of the restaurant. Like, the restaurant's sweet. They got good food there. W for A&W. But I always felt cooler drinking Barks just because it's like silver can, like fancy, being different. But the point is, this does not compare to any of those. Mug, A&W, Barks, this is on a whole different level. I think this tastes way better. And another huge thing, this was $1.70, which is crazy. It was like 10 cents more than the Coke and Pepsi of the same size, but that's crazy because this is so much better. And like, that's so cheap because like, you got to realize inflation in this time, $1.70 is so cheap because like, if you're trying to get an energy drink, those are like $4. You're dropping bands on energy drinks, bro. And that's the majority of what is there. Even sodas are getting like $3 and above for like a can or a bottle. If you go to a gas station and you're trying to get, a bottle of Coke, it'll be $2.50 to $3 for a bottle. That's crazy. That's absolutely wild. And this is $1.70. I might start getting some more of these. They're very unhealthy though. Like, I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, maybe this is more healthy than normal soda. No, it ain't, bro. It's not healthy at all. 102% of your daily sugar. This thing is not a good dietary option, but it tastes good. It's like, it's so frothy and like creamy and like foamy, but not in a bad way. It's like perfect. Like, it's so smooth and bubbly, but it's like, you want your root beer to be foamy, not like sizzly and spicy. And I know I said Barks is my favorite, but like, this is not like Barks at all. This is not spicy, but this is still my favorite of all root beer that I've had. It just tastes like you're drinking it out of a mug. Like, I've had it at A&W where you're drinking out of the frozen mug thing, which is an amazing experience. If you haven't had that, go find an A&W and get one of those root beer mugs. But this it feels like I'm drinking it out of that mug. Like, it's the same creaminess and like cold. I don't know how to describe it. Just the texture when it's in that cold mug, the cold glass, it like creates a different texture of the liquid. And that's what this tastes like. Great flavor. The honey you can kind of taste, not too much, but it's like, it's good. You can definitely taste the honey. After another sip, you can definitely taste the honey. It's like root beer with honey. It's a great flavor because you can tell it's different. It's not the same root beer that you were used to. It's root beer plus honey. Like, you can taste the two different flavors combined. And you know what? Props to Sprechers because that's a fire flavor. And actually, all of them say made with honey, so I might have to try the other flavors. They had an orange cream one, which I'm looking forward to. Gotta cop that one for sure. But yeah, dude, this is very good. I'm gonna give it a ranking on a tier 1 to 10 for soda overall. Because I already kind of ranked it on root beer. It's number 1 for root beer that I've ever had. Well, when we get to Henry Weinhard, it's kind of a competition there. But I haven't had Henry Weinhard's root beer in a long time, so I can't really compare. This is probably just below Henry Weinhard's root beer, to be honest. It's hard to beat. But on a tier of soda, 1 to 10, I'm giving this a good, you know what? I'll give this a 8.75. 8 3/4. And the only reason I'm ranking it lower is because I don't like soda. I just got to keep it a buck. I'm gonna be honest here. I do not enjoy soda. It just tastes so unhealthy, and like the amount of sugar that I'm putting in my body, it feels like I'm just doing myself a disservice because I know dang well tomorrow at work I'm gonna be cooked. I'm gonna feel horrible because of the amount of sugar that I intaked. I don't know what the word is for that, to be honest, intook, the amount of sugar that I put into myself, I'm going to feel horrible. But that's with all soda. And it doesn't say sweetened with honey, it says made with honey. So it's still sweetened with the same sugars, it just has honey in it. So you can't be thinking, oh, it's honey, it's healthy. You know, honey in itself is not healthy, it's just better than sugar, right? But this has sugar and honey. Soda overall is so bad for you. You should not be drinking soda. If you want to feel better health-wise, cut soda completely out of your life. That's not what you need, bro. That's probably why I tried to counteract it with the fresh fruit, which I haven't even touched because I'm making this video. But for a soda, this is really good. Like this is top territory for soda. If I did like soda, I would probably give this 9 point something, just below Henry Weinhard's, which I haven't had. So I'd probably give this like a 9.2 if I was a soda enjoyer. But overall, just as a casual drinker, not of alcohol, just of drinking drinks, since I've been doing this, I don't really like soda. And so I'm giving this an 8.75, just on my scale. So thanks for watching, guys. That's about it. This was the Sprechers root beer. If you want me to try the other flavors, let me know. If you got any recommendations for another drink review, drop them in the comments. Don't forget to like up the video, guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.